The big question in the world today is a titanic contest between the US and China. The US is a relatively young country. The Chinese think that it's almost infantile because it's only 300 years. It's about the length of one dynasty. And to think that a piece of paper, the US Constitution, can forever define that society, they consider a bit curious. But still, it is big, it is powerful, it is almost frightening. The problem is this. The US believes that China will behave like an imperial power when it becomes big or bigger. Now, China's per capita GDP is about 20% of the US today. Now, it's not inconceivable that the per capita income in China reaches half that of the US, because the Chinese are hardworking people, strong families, high savers, passionate about education. If China achieves half the per capita of the US, China's GDP will be that of the US and the EU combined. Now, if you're in business, we say, oh, yeah, this is very important information, because it means that wherever you are, your biggest market, your biggest threat, your biggest opportunity will be China. And if that's the case, you better make sure that all your key people understand China, if not for offensive purposes, at least for defensive purposes. And it is on the cards. We may be, let's say, by 2050, 2060, 2070, we can be out by 10, 20 years. But without nuclear war, it's unstoppable. So this is the future we're talking about. And by 2050, given demographic trends, %30 of the world's population will be African, 40% Muslim, and by 2050, maybe 1 in 2 babies will be Muslim. So it is into that world that we've got to see the future and the relations among the great powers. China does not want to take on the US as global hegemon, not because they can't, but they think it is foolish. They think that to attempt to do it will lead to your own self-destruction. And they have ample examples in their own history that when they started interfering in the affairs of others, it will in the end boomerang back on them.
朋友都知道我是很挑剔的，防晒乳我选 KISS 皇家呵护抗光清爽高防晒凝露，因为它有媲美蓝光神盾的抓藻植萃，保护我在阳光下延缓肌肤老化，维持青春弹力，可以防御工作环境里的3C 商品。 各种光源对肌肤的伤害，擦起来清爽不黏腻。我特别喜欢它做到海洋友善，365天，天天抗光抗老化，是我的保养日常。你呢？呵护您，呵护全家人，专属你的 KISS Royal Care 抗光清爽高防晒凝露。